A lot of people that are going through a spiritual awakening, they also are going to wonder what that looks like for relationships. What is a spiritually awakened relationship, more conscious relationship? And there are a lot of different theories in the New Age community that we have seen, but they are not all necessarily really anchored into aligning yourself with what it looks like to be in a sacred union.
And there's a big difference between having a monogamous partnership where both are in union for the partnership, an exclusive union, which creates the Hieros Gamos organic blueprint. And while others can be seeking union internally and feel unified within their individual space, if they're connecting and have multiple partners, more than two, then that's completely changing the experience and changing the blueprint of the relationship.
Mm-hmm. And we are not saying with this video that one thing is wrong, the other thing is right, because everyone has their own individual soul contracts. And for one group of souls, 3 or 4 people, I don't know, that may be exactly the soul contracts that they have going on. But that does not make them this Hieros Gamos, this sacred union, that a lot of people may think that they are if they are not being transparent about this openly to those around them.
There's a lot of karma involved in the act of opening yourself sexually to multiple partners, whether that is being in a relationship with multiple partners or doing it in one single act. The concept of orgy of multiple people has been passed on from the fall of Lemuria and the fall of Atlantis, where so many people were acting on their sexual trauma, on their wounds, and on their small self desires, rather than aligning their desires to the will of Source.
So now all this stuff is coming up simultaneously because this planet is going through another ascension cycle. So not only are these ancient mystery school teachings resurfacing that are teaching about Hieros Gamos, divine union, so are the wounds and the triggers that people started playing out during these ancient times.
And when you're in a partnership with multiple partners, polyamory or just lovers through sex, you're opening yourself to the concept of always being supported, always having someone else to help you move through the loneliness. And so rather than working through the concept of fear of dying alone, fear of not being validated, there's this desire mechanism that just continues to create loops of getting that sexual loneliness, that sexual void validated.
Mm-hmm. And for some people, they may actually develop genuine relationships, and they do have a desire to really work on themselves. And what I've seen is that this will usually happen where multiple people, like let's say this is an open relationship with 3 people or 4 people, where each of the partners has also another partner, that they are all very close soulmates. But I've never seen this happen with a true divine union where they are going through this Hieros Gamos blueprint.
And it's not really the move to remove desire entirely before actually experiencing the fulfillment of that desire in a physical way. But the time loops are created when that desire is held onto, an identity is made out of it, rather than integrating the depths and the wounds that come with that desire. The desire is just continually used as that validation mechanism. And so we're not saying that you need to create right and wrong based off choices and then control your life in that way. But it is about being present with the act, present with your intention, and being willing to drop the small self-identities that create that validation mechanism happening.
I think what it really comes down to, and that's the last thing that I really feel that I can say about this, is that you have to constantly be mindful of why you are making choices to open up your relationship, perhaps where this is coming from. Is it a form of escapism, or is it really because you feel a divine guidance to do this, because these soul contracts are something that you are sensing in your field?
And if you want to get a better understanding of divine union, sacred union, Hieros, Gamos, we offer healing sessions, intuitive counseling, multi-week containers at thegoldendragontemple.com. And you can also find those at the links in our bios.